Chuck that shit.
Let's go.
Did the music work for you this week?
It did not. I'm faking it. I do not hear music.
What the hell? Dude?
I don't know what's going on my end. Maybe I gotta do some login stuff, but
well, the music's on right now, and it's fucking banging.
We'll get through it. I'll get through it. I don't need the music. There's always something playing in my head.
You hear it in your soul, man. You hear it in your soul.
Oh, he is out at second.
Lovely. Go White Sox. Big news, White Sox this last few days.
Heck yeah. Grifol is bye. Had to happen. Can't be
gone.
But what's
gone.
funny is they waited for him to win a game. And then they waited to see if it was going to be a winning streak. And they lost the next game.
Very weird how they've handled everything for sure.
We're not going to fire you after 18, 19, 20, 21. We're going to let you win one. We're going to let you win 1 out of 23 games.
We're going to make you get that win because you're a piece of shit.
And then we're going to see if you can add on to that. If you can't, you're done.
Can you imagine if he went on like a 10-game win streak or some shit?
I was hoping not. And, I do like the fight in this game. They were down 7-0. Crochet was awful.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see the fight back to 7-5. Like, it's nice to have fight in it. I feel like that's what the White Sox were lacking.
Yeah.
They could lose this game 7-6, but at least they made it a game.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the we kind of obviously
we jumped right into this early.
Yeah. It's been weighing on me, and man, it's just I never understood the hire in the first place. You know what I mean?
Wasn't a fan of it from the get-go.
Yeah, wasn't a fan of it, and it's just like I'm so mentally exhausted with the White Sox. Obviously, the move needed to happen.
It's a Jerry Reinsdorf thing. It really is.
Yeah, it's just like
to be fair, and this is kind of like a Justin Fields situation. They didn't give Grifol much to succeed with.
Yeah,
like Grifol wasn't the problem.
That's a good point.
He wasn't really the problem, but you could tell that the players he did have had no fight, had no drive. Didn't seem to care that much. It was only getting worse.
He's just he's a boring manager that's just very it's like watching, paint dry on the wall. It's like,
what's funny about it, remember he came in to the
I sent a message. I'm listening, I promise.
He came in, and I remember he did an interview and he said, "We're here to kick your ass." Remember when
oh my God, dude, I know.
And what was his final record? What was 89 and 190 or something
terrible.
Like that?
He'll probably go down as the worst manager in White Sox history.
It's gonna be hard because he never got a chance to bounce back. Which this roster is bad. I won't put that on him.
Oh, it's brutal.
It was bad before when he came in. They were already retooling it, not looking good.
Yeah.
But it's just. Players need to have fight. Like you could be a bad
exactly.
Team.
There's no heartbeat in there's no leader of this team right now.
If this team, I would have thought differently, but realistically, if this team was 72 and 90, 70 and 92, they probably keep them and say, you know what, we expected to go that bad because we aren't good yet.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're 28 and 69, like that's not no, my bad. 28 and 89.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it was
my fault. 28 and 89. No matter how bad your team is, should never be that bad.
No, never. If I was at first and you were pitching, we shouldn't be that bad.
And it was only getting worse. Like they weren't even close. We were losing. Like we're giving up.
Man. Like
scoring 2 or 3 runs.
And I'll be honest. This game I am on now, Sox Cubs, first White Sox game I watched from the start, and since the beginning of the season. You know what I mean?
Now you're interested. You're like, is there going to be fight? And there is.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean, Crochet shouldn't be that awful, but that's
I don't know if you were watching it from the start, but everything he was throwing was right down the middle. He was catching the majority of the plate every pitch.
Know what it might be too, and this happens in first-year starters, second-year starters haven't pitched a lot of innings.
Mm-hmm.
We're entering those August months. He's a flamethrower. He's probably losing a little bit of that velocity.
Maybe,
Those swing misses are becoming contact.
Yeah, I was wondering what they were going to do with him, if they were going to shut him down early as far as keeping his arm good. You know what I mean?
They're probably going to take – good pitch there. See, look at the guy got pretty pumped on that strike. You didn't see that with with Grifol. Did you see that attitude with what was it, Brebbia or whatever? The one where Grifol's taking him out of the game,
I didn't
and
see it.
he
No.
takes the ball, and Brebbia kind of bumps his shoulder and
Oh
turns into
yeah.
his attitude.
Good.
That was actually the second to last game of Grifol.
Good. Dude, I bet you that locker room is like so just.
Grady Sizemore, who is now the coach for the rest of the year, the manager of the rest of the year, which I think they already said he will not be the manager next year. He's just filling in.
I was gonna say any chance we hang on to him. We'll get right into that next topic here.
Now, Grady Sizemore was a hell of a player for the Cleveland Indians. He was a Sox killer. He just couldn't stay healthy, which he would fit in with this White Sox team. He'd fit in with this White Sox team.
Yeah, because I never disliked him.
I did. I didn't like him, but that's only because he was good in our rivalry team. But no, he was a hell of a player. He preached. He had pop, but he also he was contact. He was a slap hitter. He stole bases. He was everything right about a baseball player.
Yeah.
And hopefully he could train Luis Robert. Because Luis Robert's got to be better. Mm-hmm. We kept him, so that means he's got to be a key part of this team.
Yeah,
they have to get him where he needs to be, and he needs to be on a competitive team. This team probably can't be competitive next year. They can't. I won't say it can't be competitive. They probably won't be good next year.
Yeah,
but
I don't expect them to realistically. When do you think we would be competing?
This has got to be a 3 to 4 year process.
And I'm not talking about championship. I'm talking about playoffs.
It's got to be a 3-year process or something like that.
You think it'll be as quick as 3?
No, I'm just saying I think that's where you begin to maybe see a turn.
Gotcha.
Because our prospects are fine, but they're not great.
That's the thing too that bugs me with the White Sox. When is the last time we had a prospect become something?
Oh yeah, because we had these Tim Anderson was fine.
Anderson was fine, but
Luis Robert was.
I mean, he was short-lived. You know what I mean?
Robert I don't know what happened. Eloy had a 30 home run season.
It's like everyone got lazy and just.
Mancada
it's heartbreaking, man.
Mancada had 1 year and then just
made a glass.
But no, we'll see. It's. Next manager, though, they said that they weren't going to hire anybody. They were going to hire somebody outside of the organization's list.
But what does that mean, though? Does that mean someone who's?
It means probably.
Does Ozzy and AJ count as outside of the organization?
Anything to do with this team?
Okay.
Now, personally, it might be a little biased. I like AJ and Ozzy. Maybe that's because it's 05 and nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm the same way with you. I would love to
Ozzy
see either of those
baseball.
guys.
He's old school.
Did you see what Ozzy said recently? He got frustrated about Grifol, and he was like, am I that bad that they picked Grifol over me?
I saw that, and they did. I think
they really picked him, but there's no way in hell that Grifol's a better manager than Ozzy. Obviously, Ozzy's got the track record to show that he's a good coach.
The White Sox it's been 120 something years of being a franchise, and they have. Obviously, the 1917 year, 1918. And then obviously it went bad from there with the 8-man out thing in 1919. Other than those years, 05 was the only year we won a playoff series. Ozzy's the only one that's brought anything to this.
And that team that team was so much fun to watch.
I think I'm not saying that. I'm not going to.
Here we are talking about 05 again, by the way.
Yeah, of course we did. But this is about Ozzy. It's about Ozzy.
It is.
That team was talented, but it wasn't that talented. That team, I think, was where they were at because of the manager.
Yeah, that team had no business winning as many games as they did and winning the World Series and how they won the World Series.
We saw Mark Burley pitch. He was the most consistent, but that year he was somewhat different. It was one of his best years. Jose Contreras had a hell of a run that year. Then you had guys like Scott Pacetic who were fine, but they weren't great.
Yeah.
Juan Uribe's fine. He wasn't great.
Oh my God. And I was pissed. I don't know if you remember, but I don't know if it was a trade straight up. Carlos Lee for Scotty Potts, was it?
Lee for Luis Vizcaíno and Scott Pacetic.
Yeah.
And Carlos Lee was a big 35 to 40 home run year.
Yeah.
What the hell? Because they didn't want to pay Carlos.
What are you doing? But Scotty Potts had a good season. He had over 40 stolen bases that year, I believe.
More than that, I think. The year before that, Scotty Potts had 80 stolen bases with the Brewers.
Oh Jesus.
And they
Yeah, I
didn't have
mean,
and they didn't have a guy like that. If you remember, they were pretty much all power.
yeah,
And
I remember being pumped that anytime he got on base, you're like, okay, he's gonna get in scoring
it was pretty
position.
much a double. It was pretty much a double. He'd get walked, get a single, he'd steal second.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
got Tadahito Gucci as a rookie, and he played fairly well that year. Uribe found some pop.
Yeah.
Joe Creedy could field, and he was clutch.
Yeah.
Jermaine Dye was a hell of a pickup, but that was the GM. That was Kenny Williams also.
Mm.
But Ozzie Guillen managed probably a slightly above average team to an elite, crazy historic
Oh
year.
yeah, 100%.
Because
I mean,
if you're winning that many one-run ball games, that means you're managing
dude,
pretty damn good.
Again, I know this is about Ozzie, but that team was so exciting to watch.
Like I said, it reflects on the manager, especially those years, because they didn't have as much technology as they do now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Ozzie, his coaching staff was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It just worked. And I think I don't know about this team now, but I think if they hired Ozzie the year they hired Pedro Grifol, it would have been a better hire for that team.
Yeah.
This team, it's a different thing. Now, this team is bad. There's nothing really great about it. I don't know what they're going to do in the offseason. They got to have a ton of money because they're not paying anybody other than Benintendi, and that's one of the worst. That's a homer. Oh, he pulled it hard.
I thought it was. It looked like it was.
But it's they're not going to get Ozzie. He's getting older.
Yeah. I think too. He's becoming disinterested. Obviously, in the
he's getting older. He's got an easy job. I think he I don't know. I don't think he gets an interview.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Brzezinski, though, I think he
I think you got to give him an interview at least.
I think he'd be really good. I don't know. I like AJ to get a fair chance at this.
Yeah, I would love it if he was our manager. Can you imagine the freaking attitude he would be given on a day-to-day basis?
Fired up, and he'd be good for Corey
God,
Lee.
Yeah.
Edgar.
Corey Lee just needs some hitting, man. His defense is pretty solid for the most part. I saw him have a pass ball today that was pretty bad,
but outside of the hirings, I'm not too knowledgeable on it yet. I got to do research.
Yeah, I got to look around and see who the options are.
There's Shoemaker. I don't really like that hire.
Oh man, he just got under that.
I don't like that hire. There's a few other options. Stay away from any ex-Royals. I don't want to see it. I swear, I'm done with it.
I swear to God, if we sign a Royals ex-coach, like current coach, bench coach, assistant coach, I'm going to lose my mind.
No, I did see, but it seems like it canceled because they said no one with anybody that's ever had past history with the White Sox, but Terry Francona. But he managed the White Sox, I think, minor league club back in the 90s.
Yeah.
He's also getting older, but no.
Yeah, I have to do my research too and see who's out there now.
I'm going to stick to my biasness right now and still say Ozzie or AJ.
Yeah. I think Ozzie's out of the question, but I think AJ has a chance for sure.
But they need to sit down and think, and I think Chris Getz needs to be on a very short leash. I know,
dude. I hate listening to Chris Getz talk, dude.
I know he hasn't had much of an opportunity yet. He did say this team wasn't going to be good, but 28 and 89 is unacceptable, no matter how bad.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I don't care what your roster looks like.
That's essentially, to me, that's essentially going like 0-17 in football.
Yeah,
it's essentially the same.
Yeah, and I know we're kind of talking about it now, but any chance that the Sox take a game this 2-game set?
I don't even know who's pitching tomorrow. It doesn't fucking matter.
I know. Dude, I know. That's how bad it is. You don't.
No,
like, I don't.
Is there a chance slightly because they're fired up? Maybe they pull this one out of their ass just because they're gonna show they care. Cubs are getting hot. I don't like it.
Did they get all that one?
They're picking up steam.
Full stretch. Oh, he had another one.
Benintendi did?
Yeah.
I'm
hell yeah, 7-6. 7-6.
I told you they got fight. This is different.
Dude.
Benintendi's hit like 4 homers on the last 5 games.
That's the second today.
About time you earn that $100 million. You're the only $100 million.
Yeah, I know, right? My God, the fact that he's the highest paid White Sox player is terrible.
You know the move I want to see the Sox make next is fire John Schriffens. I think that's his name.
Is who?
The announcer.
Oh yeah.
I made up my mind.
I was gonna bring him up a little bit ago because
he's cheesy. He's awful. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I hate his call. What does he say? Southside, stand up.
Yeah, it started off as a joke when they had that fight early in the year, and now it's just
It's brutal,
Steve
man.
Stone's probably going to leave after this year. He's 76. He probably should retire.
I don't know about you. I'm ready for him to go.
I think he lost his couple duos. Him and
Our
Hog.
radio is fire.
Oh,
Like our radio is so good.
Our radio has always been fire. I don't remember if you
Yeah.
remember Ed Farmer and
Yep.
John Rooney. That was the best. And then Darren Jackson turned out okay.
Yeah.
But Len Casper.
I always liked Darren Jackson.
Bring Len Casper.
I was upset
to
when
the
when he left the booth.
Bring Lenny to the booth.
Yeah, but he wants to do radio.
I think he's done with the hassle of all that stuff. But yeah, I think that needs to be the next. Shervins is annoying. I don't even want to watch. I think that's part of the reason why I don't want to watch him, because I was just getting used to Benetti. I was starting to I was liking him more than I was. And him and Steve Stone had a friendship that was just it went.
I know they meshed so well, and that's the thing too is I feel like they made each other better. You know what I mean?
Because Benetti had some cheesy lines, but he's actually hometown. Like he was born in Homewood Flossmoor, and now he's the Tigers announcer. But I did miss him, and they gave him a bad deal because he wanted to stay.
Oh yeah, well, dude, I feel like Steve Stone is definitely hurting right now without
Benetti.
Yeah, I was gonna say Benintendi.
However, Steve Stone.
I think he's hurting now. I think now he's like, I don't know. It's just awkward to me now. Every time I listen, like even Steve Stone, like he doesn't sound good. You know what I mean?
Prior knowledge of each other. They don't know each other.
Yeah, I feel like every time the dude makes a call, Steve Stone's like, "Oh God."
Plus, it doesn't help when your team's 60 games under.
Oh, absolutely, it doesn't help. Yeah,
Steve Stone he's a very honest analyst, and that's why I love him.
Oh, you lost someone good too, because Sox announcers last year and previous years, they were always ranked top.
I think we're dead last.
Now we're dead last. It's terrible. Dude, can you imagine being that guy and like how you feel? Like my heart would be like, honestly, I think I'd quit and be like, well, I don't want people to not enjoy games.
He's a nice guy, but I don't know. It's just
being a nice guy doesn't translate though.
Maybe we like him when we're winning, but maybe I don't know. It's just a rolling effect that we're.
I know. Yeah,
we're just hateful on everything.
Put it this way. I been watching the game even before we started the pod tonight. I've been watching the game on a very low volume.
I do love I just get ready to wrap it up here for the Sox part.
Yeah,
I just love, that this is different. They were down 7-0, and now it's 7-6, and I think that leads to coaching and a change of attitude. Because the team would have rolled over and died already.
Now we might end up losing this game 20-6. Who knows? But
wins and losses don't matter anymore, to be honest. It matters about how much fight and how your team looks on the field.
We could lose every game, and if the team's doing what they're doing now, Crochet just had a bad start too.
6 runs, 11 hits. I honestly think that because there was a lot of homers. I think it comes with a lot.
Oh yeah, man! He was giving up homers left and right. That was pretty frustrating.
I didn't look at the velocity, but I just think it's down. It's probably got to be down a little bit.
Yeah, I will say the team looked deflated out the gates, so they didn't look like they came ready to play. But obviously, they turned it up a bit. But yeah, man, let's switch topics here. Did you watch Hard Knocks?
Heck yeah, I had to buy HBO Max. I did.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
I did.
Very nice.
1 month.
I'm one of those guys who gives streaming services to a pal, and then I get one in return. You know what I mean?
I liked it. Everything was it pumps you up. No, we're a month away. Exactly a month away from today.
Yeah,
a month from yesterday. I mean,
yeah.
No.
Get you in the football mood for sure.
Yes, and the fact
not that we needed anything else to
our
get us,
team is there. All we gotta do is get on the field, but our team is there, and our team is so there that they want us on this to pump us up even more.
How bad of chills did you get when they did the Bulls intro for?
It was so weird not hearing your Chicago Bulls.
I know. I kept saying it in my head, and in my head too. I was like, starting at guard,
North Carolina. My favorite part. I don't know what your favorite part was. My favorite part was Nick Saban and Matt Eberflus having that conversation.
Oh yeah, that was cool. But I definitely had a favorite part, and it had nothing to do with football.
What was it?
The rookie doing his song.
Yeah,
well, so when he was doing his song and he took his shirt off, I was like, all right, like maybe he's just trying to be funny and like I'm gonna take my shirt off. And then he rips his pants off and I lost it. I was
It
like, oh
sucks
my
that he
god.
got hurt.
Oh, I know, dude. That's such a I feel for the guy. And it was on an extra
A
point,
weird
wasn't it?
play.
Yeah. He like
Yeah.
did the splits and
It was
pulled something.
raining. I don't know how well
Yeah, that was the field looked like it was terrible to start. Everyone
but
was slipping from the beginning.
I love getting to know this. I love seeing the behind the scenes with like the DJ Moore contract extension.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love seeing like
I'm
it
not
made
gonna
me like
lie. We didn't see a lot of Roma Dunze that episode. I thought we were.
no need. Yeah, he's a rookie. You want to talk about your Keenan
Yeah.
Allen, your your Caleb Williams is the
Yeah.
highlight, obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna see a lot
I love
more
seeing
next
the
episode.
Eberflus haircut change.
I know, dude. It's so funny too because like me and my brother were talking this off season. We're like, dude, it's night and day. Like he's got a different attitude
I
about him.
know.
You know
Like
what I mean?
I went from like fire this guy. I mean, after middle of last year
Right
when
in
we
the
were
knee.
1-5, I'm just like, this guy's such a dork. Get rid of him. He looks like a dork.
He's got like a comb over, shaves, and he's just like, oh.
And now in year 3, he's got like towards the end of that year, and then the
got
change
swag,
this year,
dude.
you're like, dude, you're fired up. Like
I know.
I went from like it's because when the Bears hired him,
Mm.
it felt like Pedro Grifol to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like, I agree with that.
I'm just like, we'll see.
Yeah.
And then it started that way. I'm like, great. This guy.
I always wanted Harbaugh. You know what I mean?
I'm like, this guy's meh and whatever. And then,
yeah.
I mean, then last year he took control of the defense after all that Williams stuff happened.
Yeah, big time credit to him for getting
turned
the
it around.
He turned
Him and
that around
Poles have a
completely.
fantastic relationship. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, is Eberflus going to win Coach of the Year now?
Dude, it would. Okay, what do you think it would take for Eberflus to win Coach of the Year this year?
Make the playoffs.
You think so?
Be 10-7, make the playoffs.
You think so? You think a 10-7?
As long as there's no other team that surprises you.
Yeah.
As like,
I don't. I don't know, man.
The Chargers make the playoffs, they'll probably give it to Jim or somebody.
I think we got to win 12 to get Coach of the Year.
Oh, I don't think so. The Bears haven't made the play. This would be a huge change. Say Williams is a dog, and
do you think 10 wins gets us in?
Yeah,
I do too.
It should.
I do too. Yeah.
Unless there's especially
second
the
wild
NFC,
card.
There's a lot of bad.
Yeah, the NFC is always up for grabs
that
last spot.
Teams in the NFC.
I mean, put it this way: last year, if a couple games went in our favor, we could have snuck in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think 9-8. 9-8's that question mark where you have to have the tiebreakers. But 10-7 should be a lock.
Yeah. I thought it was a good episode. Maybe a little on the slower side, a little.
Yeah, it's warming you up.
A little boring, but yeah, I mean, first episode, they're not gonna reveal everything. I was shocked to see the Hall of Fame game in that first episode.
Yeah, I didn't know when they filmed it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying how quickly their editors were getting that stuff in. You know what I mean?
That was what
it wasn't too long ago.
August 1st, they put it out August 6th.
Yeah. So dang. But yeah, man, we got the season coming up. You want to do some predictions here? AFC East.
Heck yeah, let's go. We're gonna do division each, or 2 divisions each week, AFC and NFC of it. Oh, is this gonna be a triple play? Oh,
I didn't see what happened.
Oh, that was pretty nice. He caught it and stepped on second, but the guy didn't really have a chance to get off first. But no, so yeah, we'll do a division of AFC, NFC each week.
Yeah, let me pull up mine.
Leading into the season, and right before the season starts, me and Jimmy will give you our playoffs and Super Bowl predictions in about 3-4 weeks. But today we're going to do the AFC and NFC East. So obviously the AFC, we got, I'm not going to say in any order yet, but you got the Jets, the Dolphins, the Patriots, the Bills. Jimmy, you want me to take it, or you want this to start off?
Okay, how do you want to do this? You want to give just all of them, or you want I'll say who I got in first, or you know what I mean?
So I'll go last to first with me, and then you can do yours. Last to first. Okay. This team's going to be one of the worst teams in the league, and you already know it. They had a coach change. They were already not good. And then you get rid of Bill Belichick, and the team's still not good. It's the Patriots. They're going to finish last. I think that's everyone's last place team. But I'm just going to agree with you there. Yeah. I also have them last. They just had to cut Juju Smith-Schuster this morning.
I saw that.
I don't know what happened there.
A lot of people are saying he should go back to the Steelers, which I don't think would make sense for
They're
the
trying to
Steelers.
get Ayuk, but I don't think they're going to get him.
I don't think so either.
But no, the Patriots are bad. I will say, however, I'm going to go to fantasy. Pick up Stevenson, Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
He's going to get a
yeah,
lot
for
of carries
sure.
this year, and he's the
Yeah.
sole back. Pick him up. He's going to be a big deal this year, and he's a hell of a player. But they don't have a real quarterback. I mean, Jacoby Brissett's okay. They have no receivers.
You don't think Drake May's gonna
No.
do anything? No.
Not this year. He might get in there second half of the season when they're like 1-7. This team probably
Who's the other guy?
win.
They got Milton.
He's also in there, but they're going to go Jacoby Brissett.
You think so?
I think he's back on that team. This team's not winning any. At best, they win 4 games, and that has nothing to do with how good of a coach Gerard Mayo is.
Yeah,
it's just how bad his roster is.
I got him at a 4-5 win total.
Yeah, I got him.
I completely. You hit everything on the head there. I completely agree with you. Yeah. I think they'll be one of the worst teams in the NFL
it's just the roster. They're not paying anybody. Their defense is they're fine, but that offense is atrocious. And I don't think their quarterback play is going to make up for how bad that offense is going to be.
I think they'll be identical to how they looked last year for sure.
Now, going into this is where it gets tough. It's a 3-headed monster going into this season because the Bills, Jets, and Dolphins all are great teams.
I'm interested to see if we're going to agree with this.
And their talents are all really good in different ways. And it's tough. It's really tough because this is a tough division. These 3 teams.
Honestly, you could switch them around if you really wanted to.
You can't argue any of it because I can see it going any 3 ways here.
Yep.
But for me, third place is going to be the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
I know they got Tua and Tyreek. Tua is a question mark every year. They did better with them last year, keep them healthy. The running
Waddle.
back.
They got Waddle.
Running back, Mostert. They got Ahmed. Not Ahmed. I'm drawing a blank on the rookie.
A-Chain or whatever.
Yeah, A-Chain. If he's healthy, he was killing it at the end of last season.
He's been hurt a lot though.
And Mostert's a good goal line back. They got Waddle, they got Tyreek. They're gonna be a good team. Will they make the playoffs? I don't know. They're gonna flirt with the wild card spot. They're gonna be they're gonna be one of the best third place teams you're ever gonna see. I think they're gonna win 9 or 10 games still, and that's it, third place. What holds me back is Tua does not play well in the cold. And they're going to struggle in Buffalo. They're going to struggle in New York. They got a few cold games and other teams.
Yeah.
If they can take a couple wins, we'll see. I just don't think they're quite there. I think a couple of those games are going to struggle on, and I don't know. That's what I got third. Who do you got third?
So third, you're not going to like my answer. I have the Bills.
Oh.
I only have the Bills because the Bills lost a lot of weapons. I really think this is the end of the they have to retool. They did not.
They did.
Who do they get?
They got Keon Coleman, the rookie. They added rookie. I'm drawing blanks now, damn it. They added
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I know.
But my point was to say that I don't think they did retool. They have Kincaid, who's good.
Kincaid's going to get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Kincaid's going to get a lot of targets.
Fantasy-wise, pay attention.
Yep.
James Cook, he's going to get more looks this year.
I just really don't think, man.
They got somebody from the Jaguars.
I really think they're going to take a drop off. And that's with losing Diggs and then losing Gabe Davis. I think that's huge. I really do.
I get what you're saying.
They got Shakir. Is that his name? Shakir, whatever his name is.
They got another decent wide receiver. Not great, but decent. I'm drawing a big blank on his name right now. He's a solid receiver. But
I have him on my fantasy team.
He's not elite, but he's solid.
Curtis Samuel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what you're saying, I get what you're saying.
I don't think that's a retool. I think you definitely took hits.
I hear what you're saying, but think about it this way: maybe they got rid of their baggage.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I do believe in Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's a great.
Maybe Josh Allen will have a clear head. he won't have Stephon Diggs yelling in his ear every
Yeah.
time play happens.
Keep in mind, I did say that these three teams are interchangeable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to hit me. You got to hit me with the dagger right off the bat. You knew you were going to get me worked up.
I'm not super set on these three. But I do think
it's hard. It is tough. I don't blame you.
Out of the Jets and
tough.
Miami, man, I really just feel that Buffalo's the weakest. I agree with you with Tua in the cold. He'll probably I was gonna do something, it probably shouldn't. I was gonna say he'll probably end up being like this again.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna get people wound up for that.
I had to, man. I had to. It happens like once a season at least. I heard he lost a lot of weight. Like the dude's tiny now. Have you seen him?
Nah.
My God, dude, he looks like a different person, to be honest. But yeah, who do you got at 2?
At 2, this one is the most interchangeable for me. I think these teams, just going through a quick little pick 'em, like I did, I had them at the same record, just one team at a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
This team, I got the New York Jets at 2. I think they come out the gate, they struggle in the middle, they get hot at the end. It's more so. I think they're gonna have a learning curve, so they're gonna have some struggles the first half of the season. Yeah. And then I think they are gonna he's out. Then they're gonna click. I think they're gonna click like no other. That defense is elite. Aaron Rodgers is gonna find himself again. He may not be what he was, but he's gonna show you what he is. And it's gonna be, hey, I'm that good veteran quarterback that could win you games. That's all the Jets need.
I was gonna say, I mean, Aaron Rodgers unfortunately is Aaron Rodgers.
Like all the Jets need is a fine quarterback, and he's gonna be better than fine.
Yeah.
And I don't think health is gonna be a problem. I think he's gonna be healthy.
Yeah.
Breece Hall's got to stay healthy. They got Garrett Wilson, and Rodgers and Garrett Wilson are gonna have.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the Jets team. I like the weapons that they have. I agree with you. I got the Jets at 2. I think the same thing. I think they're gonna find themselves in a stretch where they're definitely struggling. I got them winning anywhere from 10 games to 12 games. But again, all three of those teams are interchangeable.
And we both, I'm assuming that we're pretty much saying, I don't know about our third place teams, but Jets are a playoff team.
Yeah, Jets are a playoff team. I mean, I went through their schedule this year. I don't see them missing the playoffs. If they miss the playoffs, I think Roger gets hurt again or something big happens. Yep. Yeah. I do not see them missing the playoffs. But yeah, like I just said, Rodgers is going to do Rodgers things and
MVP caliber or just good.
I think he's done with the MVPs. But I think he has a good season. It sucks because obviously he's tortured us for years. But he's just one of the best. You know what I mean?
It's easy when you're not in the NFC North anymore.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Last year when he got hurt that first game, like 4 plays in, I was pretty bummed. I was like,
it felt like a weird season without him in it.
Yeah, because I was like, Dad takes a hit on football.
You know what I mean? It was also because he gave us an entertaining Hard Knocks because the Jets and him.
Hard Knocks. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, the Jets had a lot of nationally televised games. Yeah. And they were brutal to watch without Rodgers.
And and surprisingly, that team was 7-10 last year.
Were they 7-10?
They were 7-10.
Yeah, they had. I mean, obviously, when you
got to think if Rodgers was healthy, that team's easily 3 wins better, at least.
Oh yeah, at least. You know, sometimes you just root for a villain. You know what I mean?
I'm not going that far.
I mean, I don't want him to win anything, that's for sure. But like, it makes for good football. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind dropping a couple parlays on Rodgers.
That leads into the division winner, and this, you call it what it is.
Not shocking that you have them there.
I got the Bills there, and I got the Bills there because of what I told you when you had them at 3rd. Stephon Diggs is gone, and yes, that hurts. He's a true number 1. He's one of the best receivers in the game. But at the same time, losing him helps.
Yeah.
I'm not calling him a drama queen because I don't think he's quite that. But he is very vocal. And Josh Allen, I feel like, he's very receptive to criticism he gets, negative or positive. And I feel like it gets annoying. Like, say you have a bad player. Diggs is one of those guys where he thinks he's always open 24/7 and he lets you hear it. And
Yeah.
sometimes he's in his ear every play. Now he's got a bunch of youngsters at
He's definitely
receiver.
diva-ish.
Yeah. And they're not going to get in Josh Allen's head. So I think Josh Allen is an MVP candidate. I think he should be the favorite to win it. I think Josh Allen's in for a hell of a season. And I think it's going to show this year. It's going to be one of those like, hey, I got clarity. I got my space. I'm at peace. And he's just going to go out there and ball. And this Bills team is going to win the AFC East.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna do his thing for sure. It's Josh Allen. He's a good quarterback. He's exciting to watch. Um, runs the ball. Dude, I don't care. I love a good running quarterback.
It's
It's just
2024.
exciting.
These past few years,
Yeah,
they changed
man,
the
it's
game.
just exciting. Like I said though, I've said it a bunch already. These three teams are interchangeable. But I got the Dolphins at one. I think they're the most complete team in this division. Um, dude, Tyreek alone he's the best receiver in the NFL, probably.
No,
Arguably, obviously.
I'd go Jefferson. Yeah.
Justin Jefferson probably, competes with him at that one spot. But yeah, again, it's hard for me to predict this division because those three teams could all be at different spots. But I got the Dolphins around like 12-ish to 13 wins. Looking at their schedule today, that's about where I got them at. And then Waddle needs to stay healthy because he's always hurt every other game.
If
You
he's
have him in
healthy.
your fantasy team, don't you?
Yeah, in that league, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I think I've tried getting them from you a handful of times.
So I guess I have Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots. And then you got.
I have Dolphins, Jets, Bills, Patriots.
So we just switched her 1 and 3.
But I literally have like a game difference between the Jets and Bills, and you know what I mean. Like
I think
it's gonna be that division might be the most fun division to keep an eye on. You know what I mean?
Hopefully they're all healthy.
Honestly, the North too, NFC North. You know what I mean?
And NFC North, AFC North.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. Coming episodes. We're gonna stick to the East though.
Let's go. Let's flip it to the NFC.
Yeah, let's go to NFC.
Oh boy.
We'll do the same thing. Who you got?
All right. So last place is actually kind of hard. This is a hard division to pick somewhat. Good catch. Sorry.
Very good. I'm ahead of you. I'm on a commercial. I was like, what?
I'm gonna go with the New York Giants.
In last?
In last place.
Yeah.
They did nothing this off season. They only got worse. They lost Saquon Barkley. They looked like fools on Hard Knocks. They're looking like fools now with their fighting. Daniel Jones is not good.
Yeah.
The receiving core is not. They did get Malik Neighbors, but other than that receiving core isn't great.
Yeah.
I like Brian Dable a lot, but I think he's just got a bad team, and I don't think he's going to help this team. I'm drawing a blank on who their starting running back is. Oh, they got Devin Singletary. He's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think they're good. I got nothing really else to say. They're probably going to win 3 to 5 games this year, and probably 5 games.
I have these two teams interchangeable as well, but I have the Commanders in last. Granted, Jaden Daniels, you're obviously going to heavily rely on him. If he ends up being a bust, I think they're going to be dog shit. I don't think he's going to be dog shit, though. I think he's going to be okay for a rookie. But I have them. I'm already revealing mine, but like them and the Giants are going to be 1 game difference here. You know what I mean? Like Giants could be last. Washington could be last. I don't know, dude. I just got Commanders in my head. Like they're never good. You know what I mean? Like, so,
new head coach, Dan Quinn.
Yeah. I think Dan Quinn put some life into that team a little bit. You know what I mean?
Just not this year.
Yeah. I think this year is going to be kind of let's see what we got kind of year, and then maybe year 2 and they take a leap. Yeah. But right now I got them finishing last.
All right. And then obviously now we know what my third place team is going to be the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be good. They got Terry McLaurin. They got Johan
Yeah,
Dotson, whatever you call him.
Dotson. Yep.
Yeah, Dotson's a good player. They got a good roster. Brian Robinson. Um, I like the Dan Quinn's hire. That defense is fine.
Oh, and we're forgetting who they got.
Uh,
Their big offseason acquisition.
uh,
What's his name from the Eckler?
oh yeah, yeah.
Eckler,
I
which
think
he might be washed,
he's
but
older. As long as he's still
yeah,
healthy, though, they could rely on him.
that
So
ankle sprain last year really killed him.
they're going to help Daniels a lot. I think he's going to be good, and he actually,
Yeah,
I hope not, but he could compete for Rookie of the Year with
yeah,
Caleb. But no, I think the Commanders are a mad team that is around that 5-6 win mark as well.
yeah,
They're gonna win games they shouldn't. They're gonna lose games bad by whatever. They'll probably take an upset
yeah.
or two, but there's not really much else to say. Then it's not this year.
Right.
But I think they are better than the Giants because I think they have more pieces than the Giants.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Giants at 3. I think it's a little biased pick for me. I don't know why I've always kind of enjoyed watching the Giants. I like Barkley a lot. Obviously, I know he's gone. Oh shit, 2 on, no out. But yeah, I mean, I love Neighbors. I actually wanted Neighbors. So and I've seen a lot of highlights this offseason of Jones and Neighbors. I think it's going to be fun to watch. Obviously, I think Jones is a trash quarterback, but when you got a receiver like Neighbors, really just put it in the wheelhouse. You know what I mean? He's going to get it.
He's a beast.
Yeah. But again, I got those 2 teams interchangeable, 1 game difference, really. So it really doesn't matter there. Who you got it 2?
So I had a battle with this night, and then I actually
Mine was pretty easy.
It became easy when I looked at what I was doing because I told you I did the picks. I didn't like what I had there, so I'm going to go through it again. But Jerry Jones is starting a fire in Dallas. I like.
Yeah, he's dumb as hell.
I like the concept he's doing, but the concept should be about Dak. You pay CeeDee Lamb. You got to pay CeeDee Lamb. I don't understand anything of what he's doing with CeeDee Lamb. Like,
you know what, too, and we were just talking about number 1 receivers. CeeDee Lamb is definitely up there.
Actually, we didn't even mention him. He technically had the best fantasy receiving stats last year.
Come on, man, do something.
But
for those listening on the pod, those that listen on Spotify, we are talking about the Sox game. They got two on in the 9th, no out, but somehow I don't think we're going to score.
It'd be fun to have a walk-off here against the Cubs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would love it.
But
damn it, you bitch.
Oh, that's hit pretty good right at him.
Hit pretty good right at him.
But no, yeah, I got the Cowboys in second place. Jerry Jones is starting too much crap. They got a good defense. They're going to be in a playoff. I won't guarantee a playoff spot, but I think they should make the playoffs. They're probably going to be around that 9 to 11 win mark.
Yeah.
But it could also fall where they could end up in that 7 or 8.
I agree.
Thing, Mark. But Jerry's playing a dangerous game, and it looks like he might lose it.
You bitch, man. Son of a. Classic White Sox. Classic White Sox.
No, they lose? Oh, just runs to the corners 2 outs.
No, yeah, but 2 on, nobody out, and then you had 2 pop-ups.
Hey, there was fight, though. I will say there's fight.
Slightly. But yeah, I agree with you. Cowboys at 2. I got them same as you. 9 wins, anywhere from 9 to 10. But I completely agree that they could win 6. You know what I mean?
They also didn't address any running back issues. They have running back issues.
Yeah, the fact that Zeke is your running back again is.
Well, they're talking about Rico Dowdle being the lead back.
Dude, that's not good. I mean, maybe he proves me wrong, but yeah, I mean, you go from Pollard last year, which Pollard didn't have a great year last year. But I mean, your running back situation right now is not good. But yeah, I mean, you got to figure out what's going on with Lamb. You got to get that done. Jerry Jones is an idiot for going public and saying it's not urgent.
You don't do that with receivers. You can do that with some.
You piss off your best player. You know what I mean? I don't know why you would do that. Oh, it was right there. Um, but yeah, you just pissed off your best player. Now he's taking to social media and like he's not threatening anything, but like he's definitely like subtweeting. You know what I mean?
Well, you're making news that doesn't have to be news. You're making headlines that shouldn't be headlines.
You didn't have to say anything. All you had to say was, of course, we want to sign him. You know what I
We're
mean?
working on a contract. We're just trying to find the right deal for both parties.
That's all you had to say. I don't know what his move was with saying what he said. But yeah, Cowboys at 2. I think the other 2 teams are just too bad to put ahead of the Cowboys.
No. Are they a playoff team for you? Or is that one of those ones you think you're leaning towards playoffs?
Borderline. I think they miss it. But it's a borderline team for sure.
And then that leads us to both. Eagles are winning the division. I think they were so. Don't tell me we let. Okay. Third, they got a good roster. Getting Saquon's huge. They lost Jason Kelce, which is a big deal for leadership.
That's huge. Yeah, that's huge.
Jalen Hurts has to step up as a leader. Has to.
Yeah.
The team's too much talent on paper not to win, not to be good. And
I don't like Jalen Hurts's I guess body language, but like
demeanor.
After games, his demeanor. Yeah, he's very like, I don't know. At the end of games, he just pisses me off. Him and AJ Brown even.
Yes,
they're very
got
like
an attitude, and he's always wrong when he does.
I kind of get the sense of like they're very much like, well, it wasn't my fault. You
know
what
I
mean?
The Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen.
Like
always on my ear when you don't like. Yeah. We're bros, but you talk too much.
Last year, I don't know. I just got that vibe from Hurts, and it kind of annoyed me. You know what I mean? He's my quarterback in fantasy. You know what I mean?
I mean, they got.
I'm scared I'm not going to get those tush push touchdowns anymore.
I don't think so. I think that tush push worked because of Jason Kelce.
I know, dude. I'm worried too because that was a lot of fantasy points for me.
He's going to get some. I think this team is good. I think they're probably a 10 to 11 win team. They might win 12. There's going to be a lot of battles. They're going to battle the Cowboys. They're probably going to split. They both have decently hard schedules. They'll win the games they shouldn't. They'll lose games they shouldn't. They'll probably, I can see them beating a Ravens team, but then losing to the Bucks.
Having 2 bad losses or something like that. Yeah,
which the Bucks are a fine team, but it's not great. But that's how I kind of look at it. Eagles, I got them winning the division, but I think Eagles and Cowboys are 50-50 in my opinion.
Meaning like
it's a coin flip.
Yeah. I think the Eagles are just. Oh, he walked.
We're gonna have to stay on this.
Faces juice. Yeah, we got it. We'll watch the game.
We'll see. Unless
for those listening on Spotify, it is 7-6 Cubs in the bottom of the 9th. Bases juice for the Sox.
Ooh, I mean that's really not. Look at the fire. Look at Grady Sizemore's fire. Like that's.
I know. Difference. If they would have showed Grifol there, he would have been like this.
That is the difference right there. And they may lose this game, but that was a hell of an at-bat by Benintendi.
Oh, that was a great at-bat. How many pitches did he foul off there? Like 6?
And like I just knowing my team, I don't think they're gonna win this game, but I'm happy with how they were down 7-0, 7-6. You got the winning run on second base.
I mean, it's good to
see fans are actually screaming. I know it's because the Cubs, but
yeah, it's good to see them doing this right now because now you're building for next season. You know what I mean? Like you want to see who's fighting.
Ooh, and it's Andrew Vaughn. He needs
homered earlier.
Him and Luis Robert are their 2.
1 for 4 on the night.
I need to see more from Andrew Vaughn. I need to see him. He needs a clutch hit here. He needs a walk-off.
I would love the Cubs to blow this game.
What's funny is they were all talking smack when it was 7-0. I seen a lot of people.
Oh, I know.
It's a home run derby out there.
I definitely saw their Twitters.
And our buddy Matt was talking smack to me and all this stuff. Oh, I think
I do my best to stay out of it. I really do because we are the worst team in the MLB. We are so bad.
But
what I was saying, I was talking to someone earlier about this. The Cubs are a team of runs. They go on win streaks. They go on huge losing streaks. Damn it, you fucking popped it up.
Nah, that's not pop up. That went in the outfield, buddy. That's a fly out. Man, but you know what? It was I mean, that's annoying. But we were down 7-0. I wish this wasn't against the Cubs because I would have a different annoyance level on here because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it bad, but hey, being down 7-0 and coming back 7 to make it 7-6 with a chance to win.
Yeah.
Was a hell of an effort. And this team is try effort and a little bit of heart and seeing the Grady Sizemore. Where, you know what? Let's not rule Grady Sizemore out for next year.
I mean, if he gets his team to play hard, who knows?
I bet you. I don't know if I'm going to watch Ozzy and Chuck talk, but I bet you they talk about what we're talking about now. The differences of this
probably
team over the last couple of days.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying that they fought and made it a 7-6 ball game, but I really wanted that one.
I wanted it, especially when you had first and second with nobody out.
I would have loved to have posted tonight that the Sox won that game.
Oh, if we would have had a walk off, this episode would have been a little bit sweeter at the end.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have. I maybe would have posted the episode tonight too.
Got there, but nope.
Yeah, man. Let's.
Nice to see this predictions. There's really not a ton of arguments with our predictions. Tell us what you guys think. Thank you guys for all the support that you told me in person. We'd like to get a little more comments for feedback.
Yeah, comment on it.
Shouldn't take a live episode to hear from you guys.
Let us know if if you don't like our shirts. Tell us our shirts are dumb. Like literally, just comment anything.
If you want us to have a mustache, we'll do a mustache. Man.
Yeah. Like, let's have some fun. We get some good feedback in the live episodes. That's why I like having those. Yep. You know what I mean?
And then, any ideas or anything you want us to talk about? Any games? We'll do games.
Yeah. We are at what, 69 subscribers?
59.
Or 59. 59.
I wish it was 69.
69.
69.
Yeah, we are at 59 subscribers. We would love to get to 75. But
please share it.
It's a slow climb.
We have one adamant friend that shares it. Give it more. Show it to your buddies. All you gotta do is click the subscribe.
Yeah, send it to your grandma, man. Yeah. Say these two sexy beasts are talking sports and they don't know what they're talking about.
If your grandma subscribes to our channel, I'm motorboating that bitch.
Hell yeah. I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, subscribe, share. We appreciate the ones that have. Keep doing it.
We love you all.
You see, we're here. We're here weekly for you guys. We're here weekly. We love you guys. We love doing this. I love Jimmy.
Hell yeah.
Love all y'all.
We love you guys. As always, thanks for the support. We out. These podcasts suck.